Real Madrid is making massive moves, keeping tabs on Premier League midfield titans Rodri and Sandro Tonali as the transfer window looms. But the action doesn't stop there. Federico Valverde just delivered a legendary hat-trick, absolutely dismantling Manchester City in a Champions League epic. The English press is absolutely fuming, tearing Pep Guardiola and his squad to shreds after a shocking defeat. They're calling him a tactical novice. We've got the full breakdown of Real Madrid's transfer targets, Valverde's historic performance, and the brutal English media reaction. You won't want to miss this. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss a second.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Real Madrid's summer swoop, targeting Rodri and Tonali. Real Madrid is already plotting its next transfer window strategy, with two Premier League midfielders firmly in their sights: Manchester City's Rodri and Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. Reports indicate that both stars are on the radar for the Spanish giants as they look to England for top-tier talent once again. Real Madrid's primary target is none other than Rodri, widely considered the world's premier defensive midfielder. Although he's contracted with Manchester City until 2027, his name continues to stir significant market interest. Rodri has been instrumental for Pep Guardiola's side, amassing 11 major honors since his 2019 arrival. His stellar performance extended to the international stage, leading Spain to UEFA Euro 2024 glory and earning him the Ballon d'Or that same year, a feat not seen by a Spanish player since Luis Suarez in 1960. Despite his crucial role, Rodri has battled injuries recently, including an ACL tear that sidelined him for extended periods. However, his return has coincided with Manchester City's resurgence in the title race. Equally capturing Real Madrid's attention is Newcastle's Sandro Tonali. The 25-year-old Italian midfielder is under contract until 2028, but his future is shrouded in speculation. Newcastle values him between £80 and £100 million, signaling a potentially complex negotiation. Arsenal is also reportedly vying for Tonali's signature, potentially igniting a fierce bidding war. Real Madrid scouts were reportedly present at Manchester City's recent FA Cup clash against Newcastle, where, despite Rodri's absence, they had a prime opportunity to witness Tonali's capabilities firsthand. As the summer transfer window approaches, Real Madrid appears poised to reinforce its midfield with established Premier League talent. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Next, we dive deep into a night of pure magic at the Bernabeu, where one player put on a show for the ages. Valverde's hat-trick heroics, Real Madrid dominates Man City. A night etched in Santiago Bernabeu history. Real Madrid delivered a commanding performance against Manchester City in the first leg of their Champions League clash, with Federico Valverde stealing the show with a sensational hat-trick. Valverde's incredible display not only secured a dominant victory, but also placed Los Blancos in a commanding position heading into the second leg. This performance, arguably one of the best of his career, propelled Real Madrid a significant step closer to the quarterfinals. Visibly emotional after the final whistle, Valverde shared his elation. "Incredible, you dream of nights like this. I want to thank my teammates for giving me confidence, the coaching staff, and the fans who support us in a difficult season." He added, "It was one of the best games of my career. I really enjoyed myself today. It had been a long time since I enjoyed a game like this." Despite an early surge from Manchester City, Real Madrid seized control, a victory Valverde attributed to tactical preparation. "We had trained a lot when we took goal kicks as they pressed man-to-man. There were spaces and we're fast, so it worked well." He highlighted the coach's instructions to attack from the second line, a role he relishes. Beyond the scoreline, Valverde emphasized team unity during a demanding season. "We have to treat each other like brothers, protect each other's backs. You could see that the team is united, so we can fight for great things." However, he cautioned, "We know that games in Manchester are very difficult. We have to go there as if it were a goalless draw." But how did the English media react to this stunning upset? We'll reveal their brutal assessment of Pep Guardiola and Manchester City next. English press unleashes fury on Guardiola after Real Madrid humiliation. Manchester City's Champions League hopes are hanging by a thread after a heavy defeat to Real Madrid, and the English press has responded with a scathing critique of Pep Guardiola and his team. Reports describe Guardiola slinking away, visibly shaken by the 3-0 loss, compounded by Federico Valverde's hat-trick. The UK media didn't hold back, with the Telegraph stating Guardiola and co. were torn to pieces by Real. The Guardian declared the Premier League club was rightly destroyed, and that Guardiola was exposed as a tactical novice due to his overly offensive strategy. The Sun painted a bleak picture, with City staring into the abyss ahead of the second leg. Bernardo Silva echoed the sentiment, telling TNT Sports, "It looks really bleak now, despite goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma saving a penalty." Guardiola, however, remained defiant, stating, "It is what it is. I felt that we were better than the result. Now it's time to recover. In football, you never know. We'll give it a try." Who shone on the pitch for Real Madrid in this monumental victory? We've got the player ratings that tell the full story, coming right up. Player ratings: Valverde a perfect 10 in Real Madrid's masterclass. Real Madrid's dominant 3-0 victory over Manchester City saw standout performances across the board, with Federico Valverde earning a perfect 10 for his hat-trick heroics. Thibaut Courtois was solid with 9 saves and commanding presence. Antonio Rudiger effectively neutralized Erling Haaland, while Dean Huijsen showcased an exceptional performance, leading in clearances and displaying impressive composure. Ferland Mendy delivered a vintage display, completely shutting down his flank. Aurelien Tchouameni was a midfield enforcer, providing crucial protection, and Thiago Pittark, despite a late error, impressed with his composure. Federico Valverde was simply unstoppable, netting a spectacular hat-trick and topping the stats with the most tackles and relentless pressing, earning a flawless 10. Arda Güler provided moments of brilliance with key passes, though he struggled defensively. Brahim Diaz brought excellent energy, registering an assist and nearly scoring. Vinicius Jr. had a quieter night but contributed by setting up Valverde's second goal, despite missing a penalty. Substitutes also made an impact, with Eduardo Camavinga bringing immediate defensive stability. The overall performance highlighted Real Madrid's depth and resilience. That's all the top stories for today. But stick around for our lightning round recap and our full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. Real Madrid is eyeing Premier League stars Rodri and Tonali. Federico Valverde put on a legendary hat-trick show against Manchester City, and the English press is absolutely eviscerating Pep Guardiola. Don't miss any of the action. Smash that like button, subscribe for more top-tier sports news, hit the notification bell so you're always in the know. Drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms for behind-the-scenes content.